Good morning. It's been a while since I've recorded a video for YouTube, so I hope I still have my followers engaged and that you've all been creating beautiful things. So yes, here we are today, just 2 days before leaving to go down to San Diego for our Fair Damsels Seaside Soiree workshop adventure. I can't wait. One of the projects that we created this time was to do a signature swap. Not your typical swap, but hopefully it's going to be a success and everybody's going to be so pleased with what they receive for the participants. And I hope it was not too confusing or hard to do. It's really just meant to be something fun that you create and share with someone else. They can add to it. They can choose to include it in the journal that they're going to make or take it home and just do whatever they want with it. So we offered 2 themes this time for color choices. And one was sunset, which is more the dramatic, deeper tones, and then sunrise, which is more neutral and subtle colors. And being a sunrise last time, or a neutral tone, I decided to go with the sunset because I do like vibrant colors as well. And somehow this is just a little bit of a blend of both. And pink because I love pink. The digitals that I used are from the Paper Cameo, and I think it's called Down by the Sea. And then I added this little title, Fair Damsels Seaside Soiree, to the front cover. So what we encouraged everyone to do is about 15 pages, and they can leave it undecorated, blank, naked, however you want to call it, or fully embellished, deck it right out, or somewhere in between. Whatever your comfort and skill level was that you wanted to do is absolutely just fine. So this is what I have come up with, and it's not fully decorated. I would call it at least medium. A lot of the pages are blank. I don't have that many tags or pieces of ephemera in it, but I did add a lot of lace and fabric and trims and appliques, mostly to the bottom of the pages, and then 3 on the side here. So I'm going to go through it and explain as I go. I want to point out that this tassel lace at the bottom is actually my granddaughter's. I give her all kinds of supplies to play with if I'm trying to get anything important done while I'm watching her. And so I snuck a piece of this because I just thought it was perfect for this signature. And let's go inside. So beautiful mermaid on the front. Not that everything we do is mermaid, but the theme was ocean or beach, or, you know, that's where we're going to be in Carlsbad by the beach. So this is what I came up with. I do have 3 little charms on the side. We are going to be sewing the signatures into the journal covers in class, so there's no dangles yet. I've used a lot of Susie's dyed rose-colored lace appliques and trim, and a few of my vintage and antique laces as well, as you will see. And then some antiques and appliques and doilies that were just from my stash. So inside I've got a little tag and a card on this side, a lace veiled page that I've stitched to this rose gold dyed paper with the metallic splatters on it, some pink parchment paper, and a tall tag in this little slot pocket here with a beautiful applique that's from Ravioli Dreams. That's Nikki Seavey. And on this page I've done a decoupage tag, and I've done a couple more for the other journals that are the signatures that I'm creating. And it's a very easy technique. You just paint your paper medium with full strength Mod Podge, let it dry, and then you layer on top your fabric or your paper napkin or tissue paper, whatever it is that you want to decoupage, and sandwich it in between parchment paper and iron it on, and there are absolutely no wrinkles. It's just amazing. Another little theme that I tried to incorporate into this was the coral, all the coral bits. So for instance, this particular tag has the coral at the bottom, which I thought was so beautifully matched, and that's why I wanted to use it. Some rag paper we've got. Just trying to look where I'm in frame here. A little bit of coral and a sailboat. And then I've just done some layering of some lace. Beautiful antique lace. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? And then this is a tiny booklet that I've done. What I try and do is, if I'm using a belly band, something like this, I try and fill up the whole space so it doesn't flop around, it stays tight. And then this is some antique sequin that I've got. This was from J. Zella at Lavish Laces. Been buying a lot of her stuff lately. I just love it. Gorgeous. And just some extra journaling space in there. This is some of my shimmer mist paper. I tea dye it, and then, or avocado dye it, which this one was avocado dyed, and then I spray it with a light shimmer mist that I make myself. I had a mermaid book that I took apart. Some vellum paper. I always try and choose something with an image that shows through if I'm using vellum. And then this is some antique ledger paper. What I did was I folded it over the top so it is a tuck spot, oops, for any other piece of ephemera that the person would like to add. And then just wrapped it with some beautiful dangly vintage lace that I have. And I'm going to offer to the person that is the recipient of this signature, I'll help them sew it in place if they would like, because I did add a lot of thickness, you know, using lace and such, trims and such. That makes it a little bit more difficult to sew in without catching it into the spine. And then what you do is you just hold the dangles away from the spine so they don't get caught up in it. Some more beautiful images from the Paper Cameo. And then I've added a vintage doily. I took apart a table runner. Some of Susie's dyed rose-colored lace. This is an envelope from the ephemera part of the kit, and I've left it unsealed so they can use it to write on or do whatever they would like. And then just some little extra tea-dyed pockets or tuck spots that the recipient can choose to use however she would like. And just straddled over this page with a lovely little dangle that I've attached to one of my pins, paper clips. There you go. Vintage music paper, vintage Bible page, some Emily Dickinson poetry with a vellum sticker of the coral and a starfish. And then this lovely, lovely lace. I just love it so much. What I did was I used some mixed media technique on the back sides of the tea-dyed digitals that I used. And it is this time Blossom. It's the shimmer polish, gilding polish that I love to use. Also, what works really great is the waxes from Prima. They're amazing. I usually like to use that over something that I have dry embossed. And then I just stamped with some script stamping. I love this piece of crocheted lace. Isn't that sweet? And just some little mermaid booklets for extra writing space. Make it look more vintagey. Gorgeous piece of coral. And then the center is a page from the mermaid book. And I love this girl with the red hair. And of course, Alfred Lord Tennyson poem, The Mermaid. Who would be a mermaid fair, singing alone, combing her hair, under the sea in a golden curl, with a comb of pearl on a throne? So beautiful. Love it. Another journaling card here, and then I just added this little dangle onto the paper clip. They can be removed and moved around wherever the recipient would like. And I do love these tones with a little bit of green. Another vellum sticker over there, and then another tag, paper in progress, with a bit of a pinky rosy colored clamshell. Some of Susie's beautiful dyed applique. And another one here. Isn't that just so beautiful with the pearls and the sequins? Love it. The backside of the antique ledger. And this one was dated, ooh, let's see if I can find it. I covered it up. Well, that was kind of dumb. 1871. Wow. There you go. 1871. And then just flipping through quickly here, the back part, there's some more of the beautiful coral and sea life. And another tall tag that I've made. I love this script artisan paper as the backdrop. Some antique lace, some vintage lace, and a vintage piece of applique in a teal color with some gold metallic threaded cheesecloth underneath it. Just a little bit of zhuzhing up. And then the rag paper again, so beautiful. This is some flocked paper that I had, just cut to size, and the recipient can do whatever she would like with the images, add them or not, and just go for it. I didn't do any tag toppers either. I didn't add any fibers or additional seam binding or anything like that. So it's, like I said, it's embellished, but it's not fully embellished. It's kind of in between. And then these lovely papers with the lace veil in the back. And this sweet tassel, Alina's tassel. And then I will wrap it in this beautiful scarf that I found. Isn't that just stunning, the colors? It looks like cheesecloth, and it kind of behaves like it, but it's just so sweet. And I thought it was perfect for wrapping up the signature as a gift. That is my swap signature for the Fair Damsels Seaside Soiree, and I hope you've enjoyed this little flip through. Quite often I record these videos a lot for myself so that I can remember what I did if I'm giving away something or selling it or whatever. I want to remember what I did because I try new things, try to do something that's a little different from what people may have seen in the past. So I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you will check out some of my other videos. Thanks so much for watching.